Hello guys, so of course today we are going to be reacting to, as you like to say, we're going to be reacting to Dr. Insanity. Uh, I've, I've only made one video on this channel, which was my Minecraft one, and that flunked. It was not good because me and my brother were on a Discord call and you could barely hear him, so I feel so bad. I'm so sorry if you guys thought that was really really dumb of me to do. Of course, it sucked ass. Just gonna say that. Um, but you know, it's whatever. But today we are gonna be reacting to Doctor Insanity, and today's title is gonna be Teens Accidentally Run into Secret Cult's Body Dump. Um, so yeah, we are going to be reacting to this. Sorry guys, so future me here. I accidentally when I was editing, I accidentally deleted the video while it was exporting, and I can't get it back. I permanently deleted it on accident. I know, weird. I deleted it when I was exporting it, and I thought that it was gonna still export until my phone lagged, and then it just started lagging and it wouldn't export it correctly, and I was like, fuck. And then when I tried to restart it, it said, oh no, you deleted these, so you can't get them back. And I'm over it, like, okay. And I tried restoring them, but my storage was full, so I don't know. I think I have to start editing on my computer so my phone doesn't die. But now I have to go change my storage, so I'm super sorry that I couldn't do a full face reaction. But most of my personal thoughts, I didn't really do any much face reactions. I just did mostly blink, and mostly if you hear me do ooh, it's just me being like, ooh, they're gonna get the bitch. But nothing. Just I'm so sorry. I will do way more, and I will definitely do I will definitely do it. I'm just thinking I'm just gonna record it on my phone and then send it to my thing and then just delete it off my phone really quick. But yeah, so I'm super sorry. Here we go. Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, my heart is beating, bro.
This group of teenagers are in the middle of exploring an abandoned building in Michigan. Just a few feet away from them is something they were never meant to see.
Uh-oh.
Let me get close up for you. Hey, I'm
Oh, they found a body. Uh-oh. They found a body.
When police arrive to investigate, they discover this killing might be part of something far darker, with ritualistic clues pointing to a murder orchestrated by a cult. And as detectives begin closing in on its members and turning them on each other, they discover that this may not have been the cult's first victim.
Richie, so to speak, that they wanted to...
Okay, pause. So what we're gonna get into is a body discovered by a ritual satanic cult. And apparently they are going to be, as you like to say, murdering someone, probably because they did something, probably because my two thoughts. Either they left the cult and they got mad, or they know too much about this cult, and this cult did whatever it had to do. Sorry if you cannot see my eyes. My glasses like to reflect on things, so my bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna assume that whatever this is, probably that's why they killed. But the victim is, of course, what's her name? Let's see, what's her name? I don't think they have a name yet.
With ritualistic clues pointing to a murder orchestrated by a cult. And as detectives begin closing in on its members and turning them on each other, they discover that this may not have been the cult's first victim.
Richie.
So it's a lady. They didn't say which name, but apparently it's gonna be way more. But I'm gonna stop talking. We'll get into the video now.
So to speak,
It's 46
that
minutes long, by the way.
Dave wanted to kill right after getting married.
It's like a gang or something?
No, it wasn't a gang. Steve called it a family.
I know you didn't say the number I heard, right?
16?
I killed 16 people.
You've killed 16 people is what I said.
You've killed 16 people. Sorry if I keep scrolling all on here.
It's a late
Notifications.
Thursday evening in Monroe County, Michigan, when 7 high school students decide to explore an abandoned juvenile detention center. But the
Okay.
moment they step inside, they stumble upon something they were never meant to see and immediately start recording.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so we seen my fault. We seen the body.
Why are you recording? They weren't recording until they realized that they found a body, and then they started recording. Now, if you were recording before you found a body and then you found a body, then yeah.
You want me to get close up for you? Hey, I'm
They're just laughing. What the fuck?
Wait, am I moving? Hold up. Yes. Kick that door off.
Come on. Go call the police.
Upon seeing what appears to be the dead body of a young woman, the boys run back to their car and drive off. Despite knowingly trespassing, one of them calls 911 and begins describing in detail the gruesome discovery they had just made inside.
Okay, just because they did. Okay, hold on. Just because they trespass doesn't mean that you can't, like, even you might get in trouble for trespassing, yeah, but you still found a body and you're technically. This is just my opinion. I wouldn't really like get mad if I was a police officer or if I was the agency. I wouldn't get mad for, you know, like trespassing. If you found a body that was fresh, then we're probably gonna be like, oh shit, okay, well, just because you trespassed doesn't mean we're not gonna like get mad at you for it. Like, yeah, you trespassed, that's wrong, you shouldn't do that, but you still found a body. It's kind of just how life is. But, you know.
Is there an emergency?
Hi, so we were exploring a abandoned building, and I think we found a dead body.
Okay, what was the address?
Right now we're at the Monroe Travel Center.
Where was the address you were exploring?
It's the old student center, or like an old school or something.
You're pretty far away from Netto.
Yeah, because we drove away and we didn't know what to do.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Like, he moved a door that was on the ground, and underneath it there was a tarp, and under the tarp we saw a foot. So we left and called.
Can you give me a call when you get back to the pilot center?
Yes.
After directing the teens to a safe location, Michigan State Police are dispatched to Boysville, an abandoned juvenile campus with dozens of rooms and corridors. Once officers arrive with no electricity and a potential homicide scene waiting inside, they draw their weapons and prepare to move in.
Just keep track of how many rooms, like, look at how many sections there are of the building. Keep track of how many sections you think you're going through so you don't get lost. Yeah. So you three want to go first, me and Llewellyn will stay back.
One row.
Oh, shit.
That door on the left. Long hallway. Long hallway.
On the floor, underneath the tarp, lies the deceased body the teens found earlier. But before officers can properly examine it, they have to clear the rest of the building and make sure they're the only ones inside.
Oof.
Multiple doors sealed. Let me take right. Walking through. Walking through. Take police!
After an hour of clearing the building room by room, officers find no one else inside. With the building now cleared, officers return to the victim and begin trying to identify her. Given the location, they initially assume she may have been homeless and simply overdosed. But that assumption would quickly be turned upside down upon further inspection.
But there was a time where people were coming in here like on a regular basis, like the haunted house type stuff, you know, like looking for ghosts and whatnot. I think that's blood under her head, like she got hit or
Around her?
yeah. Well, unless
I don't think she would be
suspect is on top and
homeless.
slammed your head on the ground. Yeah, it's not blood.
Because if you were homeless, I don't think it would be in more like like an abandoned building, like in a popular abandoned
It's all over.
It's on
you
her
know?
face, her arms,
On her neck.
her shirt.
Look at how her legs are positioned. Shirt's pulled up. I'll get my fingerprint scanner out here in a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, probably what, mid-20s, 30s maybe. I mean, she might not even be local. It might be somebody a truck driver picked
Please
up.
don't tell me she's
As
like
officers continue
younger than
examining the
20.
body, they notice several unusual details.
By the way, if you
the
hear my
victim
brother
is
or any
covered in
family
an
members, it's just my
unfamiliar
family.
substance, surrounded
My
by
dad being
candles,
weird,
and
my
across her
brother
legs
being
are what
all that
appear to
stuff.
be scribbles and strange
worry about it.
markings. While one officer moves to retrieve a portable fingerprint scanner, a few miles away, another group of officers makes contact with the teens who discovered the body. They're all shaken up, yet cooperative, handing over the video they recorded inside. And it quickly becomes clear to detectives that they're far more worried about a trespassing charge than being tied to what happened to the victim. So they're eventually let go. Back at the abandoned property, the officer scans the victim's fingerprints and learns that she is, in fact, a local 22-year-old Kayla Sadowski.
22.
Moments
Shit, man,
later,
that's
paramedics
young.
arrive and examine the body.
She probably had her
confirming
whole
two
life ahead of
things.
her, bro.
She's been here for some time.
Kayla
and the head injuries are
Skidolski.
consistent with 3
Sidol-
gunshot wounds.
Hold on.
Sometime
It was Kayla Sadolski. Or I think I'm saying her name right. I don't know. But that's her name. Ripta Kayla.
after midnight, officers lock down the rest of the building and return to the station, intent on resuming the investigation at first light. And as the investigation would begin coming together, detectives would become convinced this is not only a homicide, but part of something far more disturbing, possibly even ritualistic.
If you live with him and you leave and he finds out you leave, needless to say, you're gonna be the next.
Steve said that she was screaming, Steve! Steve, help! Steve, help!
Do you want to go see your dad? Do you want to be with your mom?
Yes.
Or you want to live?
The next morning, officers begin reviewing every available CCTV camera in the area, and after hours of combing through footage dating back 2 weeks, they finally spot her. On February 15th, at around 10 p.m., Kayla is seen leaving the Rosler Street apartments and walking across the Rosler Street Bridge. An hour later, at around 11 p.m., she appears on camera again, walking across the same bridge. But this time, she stops, turns around, and gets into a black Mercury Milan, wearing the same skirt she would later be found dead in. When officers run the vehicle's license plate, they learn it's registered to 44-year-old Stephen Bales, a man Kayla has an active protective order against. And just like that, investigators have their first suspect.
Oh no.
That same afternoon, officers rush to Stephen's house, but what they find is troubling to say the least. A note taped to the front door stating that he and his wife, Narina, have left for their honeymoon. To investigators, the timing seems far too convenient, so they try calling him, but he never picks up.
This is Stephen Bales. Leave a message after the beep.
A search warrant is requested, but in the meantime, there's little police can do but wait, while Stephen and whoever else may be responsible remains free to roam the streets.
2 weeks
2
after the
weeks
body.
pass after the body is discovered, yet there's still no sign of Stephen. But then, more than 100 miles away in Shelby, Ohio, police receive a 911 call they certainly aren't expecting, as 19-year-old Bryn Smith tells dispatchers someone is trying to kill him. And when Ohio officers go to meet him,
19
they
years
would
old,
unknowingly
Bryn Smith.
step into another state's investigation and give them an unexpected lead.
Hello, what's going on?
So I finally got away from him, and I just called the cops, so they're getting out. So I got you on the phone because you're a witness for me. So my cousin in Monroe, Michigan.
Okay.
This is my aunt, by the way. She knows like everything going on.
Is she on FaceTime?
Yeah, she's on FaceTime. You can't really see her.
I couldn't see it. Okay. Good.
So he's wanted for murder right now in Monroe, Michigan. For the Kayla Sadowski death.
Sadowski, that's her
And
name.
I was apparently wanted for it as well at some point, but I had left his house today. Just ran away from him because like he never gives me. He's like weird. He'll keep you at his house. He'll use you for your money.
Do you have any idea on you?
I have nothing on me except my tablet, my phone, and socks.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do, just because I don't know you. I'm just going to pat you down. Do you have any knives or anything on you?
No, just socks.
Okay. What if somebody pat you down? Do you live here?
No, this is some strange funny called guys. So what's this cat's name? Steve Bales. Like, I ran away from him. Like, I ran. I don't know how long I've been running. I just ran away from him. We stopped at the gas station, and I just ran. Does that make sense? Like, I stopped because, like, I lived with him, and he won't let you leave his house when you're there. He's weird. He will hurt you. I have videos of the person that did it admitting to it.
Oh, wow.
Because I lived with all of them in the house together, like in one bedroom. And she was acting real funny one day, so I had like walked away and I called her on my own phone and I have videos of her.
Why don't we go out of the seat in the back of this officer's car on the other side? Okay.
This side?
Yeah.
As if the investigation wasn't complicated enough, Bryn is accusing someone other than Stephen of being the killer, and even refers to a group of people he and Stephen had been living with. The problem is, these officers are from another state and know nothing about Kayla's murder. So they decided to take him to the station to get some clarity on the situation.
Either all the way out in Michigan or
officers
contact
contact Michigan State Police, and that's when they are finally briefed on Kayla's murder investigation. More than anything, Michigan investigators are fixated on this alleged confession video, urging Ohio detectives to obtain it as quickly as possible. And once Bryn sits down for his interview, what he would go on to describe would sound to detectives almost as if he had just escaped a cult.
Now you don't gotta worry about me being killed.
So, what was, and this gentleman that apparently killed this girl, what's his name?
Steve. Well, I know who killed her. I have a video of her admitting to it. Because we all lived in the same apartment together. So there was a one-bedroom apartment that he owned, him and his wife. He had like 8 people living there. I was one of them. And in order to live there, he took your food stamp card. He would take whatever cards you had. And basically your money and everything was his. I did not agree to that. So he knew not to take from me. I just stayed there. I slept on the couch. I woke my head and I laid my head. So we're going down, and he gets married through all this. Now, our ex becomes missing. So I was wondering, because
You say RX.
yeah, we both have dated the same woman.
Okay.
So
Steve and
she becomes missing,
Bryn
and
both
everybody in the
dated
house
Kayla.
starts acting weird. So I'm gonna try to pull up this video of Caitlin, the one who supposedly killed Kayla, admitting that she did it.
Did you ever think about going to the Michigan authorities with this?
I couldn't.
Why?
If you live with him, and you leave, and he finds out you leave, and he finds you, basically,
dead.
needless to say, you're gonna be the next. So
You're dead.
if you live with him, you're not allowed to leave. He's basically a person who's gonna get you in his house, and he's gonna trap
he's
you in
basically
it.
like
He could just-
what's that word? What's the word? It's basically like, you know how you're in a cult and or living with someone and they're like really abusive. It's kind of like a toxic ex or like an abusive ex, and if they like won't let you leave, then that's hostage, and I'm pretty sure there's a crime for that, for keeping someone hostage. Now that I think about it, I don't think there is a crime. I'm not good. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure a hostage, being in a hostage could like hostaging someone I'm pretty sure that's technically kidnapping, because they didn't give you consent and you still made them stay with you and all that stuff, and they're over here like, oh no, you can't leave. So technically it's kidnapping, but technically it's not. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, but it's just hostagy.
To Detective's surprise, Bryn
right.
seems unusually open
Especially
and
if you're in a
talkative
cult
for
and you're
someone
trying
who
to be a
believes he's
leader.
being hunted. After all,
I
there's
know
no
how
telling
I
whether
know
Steven will come
I've
after
been a leader
him the
before
moment
on
this
in a
interview is
group
over.
before.
At this
It's not
point,
fun.
investigators
In a school
need to
group,
see
by the
this
way.
video
Friend
Bryn
group.
can't stop talking about. But what they're about to see would be far more than Bryn promised.
So who do you think killed this girl?
I know who killed her. I got the video right here to show you.
Okay, well, let's see it, my man.
Let's see it, my man.
You can obviously tell I was shocked as hell.
How many? I know you didn't say the number I heard, right? 16?
You've killed 16 people is what I said.
And you see I haven't never been to jail for it.
And you see I've never been to jail for it. And now I have one more video of her admitting that I was the killer of Kayla, basically.
Why did you do it? Threaten my son.
She threatened my son.
So that conversation that I
Okay,
watched,
first of all,
she said that she...
Just because you threaten someone, you go to the police for it. You don't kill someone for it. You go to the police and say, hey, she's threatening my son. I need a restraining order, something done, because I don't want to hurt her. Even if you're in a cult, doesn't mean that you can go kill someone. I'm so sorry about my acne. I'm so sorry. But it doesn't mean you can go around and start killing someone just because they threaten your son. Go fight, go to the police. They'll deal with it or some shit, okay? Okay. Don't do any of this, guys, please.
She did it because she threatened her son.
Yeah.
Do you know some more information about that?
No, that's all I know.
Like,
I don't
was
go
it
to church.
like is her?
Apparently, she threatened her son at church. That's the most I know of that.
And how'd she kill her?
She said that she shot her twice.
Okay.
On the video.
Wow.
She even said that she threw the gun in the
Wow.
river. What river?
Wow.
The woman in the video is 33-year-old Kaylin Ramsey, seemingly implying that she was responsible not only for Kayla's death, but for 15 other murders as well. It's a chilling claim that investigators would have no choice but to look into, especially coming from someone they would later connect to a deadly cult. After several more hours of questioning, Bryn is eventually released and told to notify investigators of any contact from Steven or Kaylin,
Proud of you, Bryn.
unaware that the man they've just let go may not be as innocent as he claims.
Never mind.
Later that evening, investigators
Never mind.
call Kaylin and are surprised to learn that she's also in Ohio. So they ask her to come to the station the following day to assist with the investigation, withholding the real reason they want to speak with her. And, interestingly, she agrees, almost as if she already has a plan to outsmart the detectives. The next morning, Kaylin arrives at the Huron County Sheriff's Office in Ohio, and alongside her is her lawyer. But as she's escorted to the interrogation room, there's a surprise waiting for her. Detectives from the Michigan State Police, including lead investigator Detective Peterson, have traveled to Ohio for this very interview. And as Kaylin's interview begins, her story would quickly start to unravel until she eventually slips up and says
Ohio to
something
Michigan,
she was never supposed to know. But before we get to that, this case is a disturbing reminder of how quickly someone else's actions can change your life forever. In January 2021, 62-year-old Lewis Brown was driving to work at his job as a deli meat cutter when another driver pulled out into an intersection and collided with him. The crash left him with severe injuries that changed his life forever. And the worst part, he was only offered $50,000 to settle the case. Instead of accepting that, he turned to this video's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan. With their experienced legal team, the case ultimately resulted in a $5.8 million jury verdict for Mr. Brown. There's a reason his case didn't end at $50,000, and that's the reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, they've been with serious You can check out Morgan & Morgan by visiting www.forthepeople.com/Dr.
That
Insanity.
reminds me of the
First link
website
in the
that I'm not
description,
gonna say.
or by scanning the QR code on screen. Again, that's forthepeople.com/Dr. Insanity.
It's
Said,
not a really
let's
good
get back to
website
Kaylin's
to
interview,
see your
where
watch.
she's about to reveal something only someone connected to the murder should have known.
We're going to be asking you a lot of questions. A lot of these questions we already know the answer to. So, you know I don't play games, you know that? We went and got him to make sure you had him here. Right? That's important, that I want to make sure you feel comfortable. Rate your life on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is the worst life ever, 10 is the best life ever.
Right now,
Yeah.
it's a 1.
It's a 1?
But after, hopefully today, it'll be a 10.
Okay. So, what's going wrong right now?
Me living my life in fear
And why are you living in fear?
because of this guy, Stephen Bales.
Okay, why are you so afraid of Stephen Bales?
He's threatened my life.
Okay, how does he threaten you?
He's threatened to kill me.
Okay. Do you know Kayla Sadowski?
I knew of her. She was one of my friends at one point until I moved out here 3 years ago and we lost contact.
Tell me about her. Tell me about Kayla.
She was such a sweetheart. Oh my God.
She looks
even
like a
loved my
sweetheart,
youngest
dude.
son. She was a sweetheart. She was just like me, outgoing, laid back, calm, give her shirt off her back to whoever needed it more than her. Her and I were a lot alike.
Was she easy to get along with then?
Oh yeah, she was very easy to get along with. Such a sweetheart.
Okay, did you have any conflicts with her ever?
No, I've never had a conflict with her at all whatsoever.
Was there a time where, recently where she accused you of hitting with her belt?
No, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's something I would never do. I don't have a mean bone in my body.
Okay, understood.
Anyone you talk to about me will tell you I'm such a sweetheart.
Okay, I believe it.
Last contact I had with her was just shortly before whatever happened to her, and it kills me. I had just talked to her about maybe the day before, or maybe a few days before she had passed at the grocery store.
Okay, when was that?
Around Valentine's Day.
Here, Kaylin seemingly places the murder around Valentine's Day, nearly 2 weeks before Kayla's body was discovered. To investigators,
Holy
this
shit,
appears
so
to
she
be
must
a
have been there for
major
a
slip-up,
while.
as the precise date of the murder has never been publicly released. The detective, however, refrains from confronting her, careful not to cause her to shut down. But now, he would reveal the real reason she's here and see if she can somehow explain it away.
I'm not making this up. I'm not here to trick you. We have a video of you saying that you were the one that killed her.
No. I would never kill anybody. Because I'm a sweetheart. I would never hurt anybody.
Listen, that's why I take the time.
A day in my life.
That's why I take the time to talk to you.
So it's 5 videos.
We'll go through them all if you want to.
Unless they're trying to pin this on me that I had nothing to do with.
Well, let's watch these, and I want to talk to you because let's just.
How many? I know you didn't say the number I heard, right? 16?
I was all forced. They forced me to say all that.
Let's watch them all, and then I want to hear.
How'd you get there? How'd you get her there?
So you can clearly tell they're trying to set me
In
up.
a white van. This isn't my first time. That's why I'm trying to get you. Listen to what I'm telling you to do.
Obviously, I want your side to that. Right? That's why we're here. So what is your side to that?
My side to it is that I had nothing to do with Kayla's death.
Because you can really help us, okay? And in turn, I don't make guarantees, but there's a chance you might help yourself. But I want to make something clear. We know when Kayla died, okay? And we also know that we have a video of you with Steve, okay, and Narina, very short time after her death, together at a party store. I do not think you're the mastermind. I think that there's a lot of influence by Steve. There's no doubt there's a lot of influence by Steve.
Do you want to talk to me again?
I think I'm done for today.
Okay.
My stress level's getting too high. It's literally making me sick.
After being shown the video, Kaylin does exactly what investigators feared most. She ends the interview before giving them enough probable cause to detain her, and so she's released. The following day, detectives finally get their first lucky break. The search warrant for Stephen's apartment is approved. Wasting no time, Michigan officers rush back to his residence, hoping to find answers to Kayla's murder and perhaps a clue as to where Stephen may have fled. Upon entering the cramped one-bedroom apartment, deputies are stunned to find evidence that at least 7 people had been living here, and things would only get stranger from here. Throughout the apartment, officers notice a recurring theme: the Grim Reaper. Stephen had adopted the name Grim, labeling many of his belongings with it. Inside a journal, deputies discover that he referred to his wife, Narina, as Lady Death. The group even had its own name, the Reapers. At this point, investigators begin to suspect they're not dealing with a group of friends or even a gang, but a full-blown cult.
Okay.
As the search unfolds, investigators back at the station begin monitoring Stephen's online activity, and before long, a Facebook photo stops them in their tracks. The image was taken during Stephen's wedding on February 14th, Valentine's Day. Police immediately recognize Stephen, his wife Narina, Bryn, and Kaylin, but the remaining 4 people are complete unknowns to the investigators, and detectives suspect they may all.
He has, okay. So when I point, I'm gonna probably put circles. So this one right here, this one, he has to at least be in his 20s. He looks like an uncle. The one next to him, the girl in the beanie, she looks like, I don't know, she looks like she's in her like mid-20s. The grandma looks like she's in her fucking 50s, and she's over here like, yeah, I'm so swag. Okay. And then the dude behind the grandma looks like he's in his like 30s.
Also have been involved in the homicide.
A lot of
Stephen's mother is quickly rolled out, along with a family friend who appears to have little connection to the group. But the same can't be said for the remaining 2, Alex Fico and Sierra Bemis.
Alex
2
and
people
Syria.
Stephen has taken under
Syria?
his wing. That same afternoon, Detective
Alex?
Peterson calls them both and asks them to come to the
The other 2?
station. And as Detective Peterson prepares to interview them, he needs to answer 2 critical questions. What is their connection to Stephen, and where does their loyalty to him
I'm like being all weird.
Tell me about your relationship with Steve Bales.
He was a good father, kinda. Didn't really get along.
Good father, kinda. What didn't you get along with him for?
Because he always wanted to take my money and use my food stamps.
Did you let him?
I gave him my card and he never gave it back.
I want you to tell me everything you can, everything you know.
28, yeah,
about
that's what I figured.
The death of Kayla Stosky.
Everything I know. Alright, so Steve Bales, I met him at Buscemi's Pizzeria, Monroe Street. I was real strung out one day and drunk at the same time, and guy took me by the hand and looked me dead in my eye and told me that I could get over it. You know, you gotta die.
Steve had
Yeah, so a very firm handshake, and it felt brotherly. It felt like he was expressing love towards me. They made me feel good for like being sober and not drinking.
That was nice of them, actually. Okay. Was there anything good about Steve?
No.
No. Because you described him as a good father.
Okay, it seems like Steve likes to take a whole bunch of, like, I wouldn't say homeless people, but a bunch of, like, I'm not trying to shame any people who don't use money, but people who are in a bad state and probably don't have a good life departure, like, probably don't have a good apartment or a car or possibly even a job, maybe a little job. And I'm guessing he just likes to take those type of people who aren't really doing good with their lives right now, and just like take advantage of them and be like, oh no, I can help you out, and then takes all their money, and then does a whole bunch of stupid shit with their money to the point where they'll like take over them, and they'll be like, oh no, you're helping us out, and then once they realize, oh no, he's a bad fucking person, you know, then yeah, then you know. But yeah, so I'm just gonna figure that he just likes taking what I would say poor people. Of course, don't come after me and say, oh no, that's really rude that you're taking people as who's not doing good with their lives as poor people. I'm not trying to, promise. I'm just saying people who aren't doing good in life, like who don't have a good household, who don't have a good job, who don't have much money to like get through their lives, then he's probably taking advantage of those people and be like, oh no, I can help you out, and then they just don't.
So
to the point where they figure out things, and then he's like, oh no, I'm just gonna threaten you, bitch. Don't give a fuck. So I'm just gonna assume that he just likes taking advantage of people like that and going all along.
No, not really.
Okay. Do you think he used you?
Yes.
Exactly.
Interestingly, Sierra struggles to find a single good thing to say about Steven, yet...
Like I said, she also says food stamps. Not saying that food stamps are for poor people. Obviously, I use food stamps. Me and my dad use food stamps. Me and my mom used food stamps back then. But food stamps are kind of just to save money. And it's kind of what me and my mom and my dad always did. And so I'm just going to take that as, yeah, she was not doing good. She was saving money because she was trying to pass on her life. And then once the investigator was like, hey, did he use you? She was like, yeah, he sure fucking did.
Both she
fuck
and
you,
Alex
Stephen
still
Bale.
consider him family.
Fuck you.
Like many manipulative leaders, Steven targeted vulnerable people at their lowest, offering them support,
they said
housing,
that he's
and a sense of
family, which I
belonging.
highly doubt.
Over
I
time,
wouldn't.
that
I
trust
wouldn't.
turned into control, with members handing over their income and providing for him financially. But Steven's influence extended far beyond money and into violence, as Detective Peterson is about to learn.
So when was the night that Kayla got murdered?
I believe it was the night of their wedding. Like, they just crazily went out and, you know, that was their ritual, so to speak, that they wanted to kill right after getting married. Caitlin, Kay, the one who, she did the killing. At least she said she did the killing.
So Kaylin and Kayla didn't get along. Why not?
Because they were sorry he's fighting over Steve.
So were Kaylin and Steve, were they romantically involved?
Yes.
Okay. And Kayla and Steve were romantically involved?
Yes.
And so Kaylin, you're saying, no, I don't want to put words in your mouth, was jealous of Kayla?
Yes.
Was Steve planning this at the wedding?
Oh my god. I fucking knew it. Okay, so Steve got married to his wife, which isn't Kayla or Kaylin, which isn't anyone besides his wife, which was known as Lady Death from previous. I don't remember her name, but we're just gonna name her as Lady Death. But you know, so they were married, but Steven was cheating on Lady Death with Kaylin and Kayla, and they fought. What is my hair doing? Hello? Hold on. But apparently, they fought, and it got to the point where they were jealous. And I'm guessing, and Kaylin said that Kaylin said that her and Kayla were okay, that they were fine. They were both sweethearts. They were both best friends until Kaylin moved away. But now Sierra is saying that they were jealous because they both fought over Steve. Which is crazy. So he was cheating on his wife with
Not
2 other people.
sit down saying, we're doing this, and I'm doing this. No.
So, based on what you can tell, do you think Steve helped plan this?
Yeah, I think Steve planned it all. He said that she's gotta go.
As the interviews continue,
So, oh my God.
Detective Peter...
So, Kayla was in love with Steve, but Steve was like, oh, I'm in love with you too. Next thing you know, he wants to fucking kill her. Really? Really?
Symbols that Steven
Okay.
was involved with 3 women at once. His
Okay.
wife, Narina, Kaylin, and Kayla. With tensions
Narina,
between
that's her
Kaylin
name,
and
Narina.
Kayla escalating for months, detectives suspect Steven was deliberately fueling his rivalry for his own benefit. But Detective Peterson would soon learn
So,
that Steven
Steve was married to Narina, or was with Narina, and they were like the main couple. But Steve was also fucking with Kayla, and he killed Kayla. Or he had someone else kill Kayla, which would be Kaylin, if that's what we're thinking for right now. And Steve was also in love or having romantic stuff with Kaylin. So which is really crazy.
isn't the only man in the house
This is just a huge mess.
exploiting the women. As Alex's and Sierra's interviews are unfolding, detectives decide to give Bryn a call and ask him to come to the station. After being the first to expose Kaylin and appearing in Steven's wedding photos, Peterson is convinced he must know more about the murder than he initially admitted. And as he sits down for his interview, investigators are about to discover that Bryn played a role as well, one he conveniently failed to mention the first time around.
Because I know you guys have camera footage of me driving. I know you guys got footage from where I picked her up. I'm not stupid.
Exactly. And where did you pick her up at?
At the corner store.
Did you just pick up her? You alone, or you with anybody else?
Oh, no. There was someone else in the car.
Who was with you?
Steve.
So, what was the conversation that led to you picking her up?
Hey, where are you? What are you doing? Nothing. Off work. What are you doing? Nothing. You want to hang out for a few? Well, there was Steve's chance because he knew I was talking to her. Yeah, you better do that.
Okay. So,
So this whole time, Bryn was playing another role with Steve. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Does she think, and I'm not sure, does she think that you guys are dating again at this point on February 16th?
Yes, because she called me babe at one point.
Okay, so what makes you think that she's now...
I didn't like that.
What makes you think she's now... She believes that you two are together as a couple?
Because she called me babe for like 3 times. I didn't say anything, but the 4th time I said something
So
about
before
it,
you picked her up
but I
on
wasn't.
February 15th or 16th in the black car with Steve hiding in the back seat, if I got anything wrong, correct me. I'd just like to kick it back out so we're on the same page. When was the last communication you had before that? Was there any communication that made her think that you guys were together as a couple? Any like pillow talk type of stuff?
The most I can think that she think we were together is when I said, I love you, you're a really good friend of mine. And I said that on Valentine's Day because she called me and said, I got chocolate for you.
Although Bryn insists he was simply following Steven's orders, what he does...
What if Steven was also jealous because since Kayla and Steven had a good relationship, or was doing like a bunch of romantic stuff, what if, since she was doing that with Bryn, what if Steve was just like really pissed off? So that's why he did it on their marriage. From what Alex said. The dude investigating.
Doesn't realize
or
is
the dude
that
that was being
detectives have
interviewed.
already recovered
A
his
bunch of
text
people.
messages with Kayla, telling a very different story. For weeks,
Okay.
Bryn had been romantically speaking with Kayla online. In fact, just days before her death, she had saved his number in her phone as boyfriend.
Oh.
And now detectives would begin looking at Bryn, Sierra, and Alex side by side, comparing their stories and exposing
So this is the one that I was talking about. He said that Kayla was murdered after their marriage. He played a fucking role, and I'm mad at him. I don't know anything about Sierra. I don't think she did anything wrong. She seems like really fucking terrified. Let's hope Sierra didn't do anything wrong. I really hope Sierra didn't do anything wrong. She's really pretty and she's really cool. In my opinion. She seems like really scared and like just doesn't want to do anything.
From turning on one another, shattering the loyalty Steven spent years building.
Okay, you were there when she was shot.
But I didn't pull the trigger, nor did I go in the building.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So
I was a driver threatened by my life. Do you want to go see your dad? Do you want to be with your mom?
Yes.
Or you want to live?
Save the lie.
Exactly
Save the lie, because that's the lie is more important.
She said the third shot, she put it to her head. Steve said that she was screaming,
Steve! Steve, help! Steve, help!
and then Bryn specifically said, drop that. This gun, I had possession of it at one point in time. That's how my DNA would be on it. They said somebody's threatening them. That's how they manipulated me. They said somebody was threatening them that, you know, they needed protection. Can we get that gun back?
And then they came out and we all left to it home.
Okay, what was said in the car when they all came out?
That she's finally dead.
Who said that?
Steve and Kaylin.
Steve and Kaylin?
They told me how they killed her.
Okay, what did they tell you?
They said they were talking to her and Kaylin just shot her in the back of her head.
Kaylin shot her in the back of the head?
Yes.
Okay.
She looks fucking terrified. And she sounds terrified.
Steve.
Okay. As you see,
you have the same green pocket knife?
Yeah, as you see, it was.
Why do you guys all have green pocket knives that are the
well,
same?
we also have green bandanas.
Why? Because like a gang or something?
No, it wasn't a gang. Steve called it a family.
Although multiple members of the Reapers identify Kaylin as the shooter, they consistently point detectives back to the same person as the mastermind, Steven. The picture detectives begin to piece together is this.
Where is Steven in all of this? He just wanted
her to Boysville. Alex
so he just tricked her.
Kaylin pulled the trigger, and Steven watched it all unfold without ever getting his hands dirty.
Okay. Whoa.
Bryn tricked Kayla and lured her to Boysville. Alex supplied the gun, Kaylin pulled the trigger, and Steven watched it all unfold without.
Okay, so, whoa, so Bryn here, he tricked Kayla into, I'm guessing, like, meeting up somewhere or something. We don't know what. We don't know the full story. But I'm guessing that Bryn tricked Kayla into, like, how do I say this? So Bryn tricked Kayla into a whole thing. And I'm guessing brought her to an abandoned thing to, like, have a marriage or something like that. Alex pulled, not Alex pulled the gun. Alex supplied the gun, was like, hey, I got the gun. And so they were like, okay, good, we'll use it. Kaylin pulled the trigger, and then Steve just watched all of them being all, like, you know, like, watched them all being manipulated, and was like, oh, yeah, no, this is fucking cool. And then Kayla in all of this did nothing wrong. I mean, yeah, she had a romantic to him, but, like, is that really necessary? Like, Jesus.
Without ever getting his hands dirty.
Without giving his hands
Bryn
dirty.
and Sierra's interviews come to an end as all three are placed under arrest
No,
while a nationwide
Sierra.
furlough is issued for Steven and Narina. And while the couple believes they've managed to disappear for good, even the most brilliant masterminds.
And I know why Steven
eventually
in
make
that
a
picture looks so
mistake,
fucking
and
ugly,
they
but in the
are
other
no
picture he looks
exception.
okay.
Over the next several weeks, authorities chase lead after lead until they finally pick up Steven's trail. Bank surveillance cameras capture Steven and Irina on CCTV, and before long, investigators track the couple more than 700 miles from Michigan to a relative's home in New Hanover County, North Carolina. A SWAT team is called in, and the house is quickly surrounded. But despite repeated commands to come outside, Steven refuses to surrender, barricading himself inside and preparing for his final stand. Hours pass with little progress, forcing officers to deploy tear gas that finally drives the couple out of the house. More than 6 weeks after the murder, Steven and Irina are taken into custody and transported into the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office. At this point, detectives know a lot, but not everything. They still need to determine whether Steven orchestrated Kayla's murder or if the Reapers acted on their own. And with investigators believing they're dealing with a dangerous cult, they can't rule out the possibility that there are other victims still waiting to be found. Perhaps even the 15 other murders Kaylin claimed to have committed. Once at the station, Steven and Irina are separated and placed into different interview rooms, and Detective Peterson decides to begin with Irina. If he can get Steven's own wife to start talking, it will become much harder for Steven to maintain whatever story he's prepared.
Do you know Kayla Sadowski?
I do.
Okay, tell me about her.
She's a good friend.
Did you have any conflicts with her?
No.
Were you jealous of her at all?
No.
Was she romantically involved with Steve before you? So you didn't have any jealousy or anything like that about her? So.
Oh, before. Okay.
You stayed.
I thought he was cheating.
But you knew at that point that they were going to pick up Kayla to kill her.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay. At that point, and just out of curiosity, any reason you didn't call the police?
I did not call the police.
Any reason you didn't?
No.
Okay.
They came back. They told me that they were going to go back the next day to go put suntan lotion on her, body lotion on her, perfume, whatever they could find. They had not had the smell on her, like the after club kind of smell.
After club.
Everything over her to cut that smell of her.
Okay.
Steve said the reason why I killed her because she put me in prison for 2 years.
What did he say about what they had just done?
He didn't really say anything. He just kept his mouth shut.
So he didn't say much.
No.
But was he the organizing this whole thing? Was he the one kind of controlling it and telling people to do this?
Yeah.
Against detectives' expectations, even Steven's own wife is telling them that he's the one behind it. With that, Narina's interview is wrapped up, and there's only one more person Detective Peterson needs to speak with. As Steven sits in the interrogation room, he has
Steven
no
looks
idea that the
fucking
people
ugly.
he was controlling, including his own wife, have already turned against him. But going into this interview, Detective Peterson faces a challenge. Upon hearing of Steven's arrest, his mother has already requested an attorney who is now on the way to the station. And so, the clock is ticking. Detectives need to extract the truth from Steven before the lawyer arrives and shuts the interview down.
I'll answer some questions, whatever you guys got, the best as I know, but my mom says she's going to try to do everything she can to get me a lawyer and everything.
So, is that, you want to answer questions?
But I can stop anytime.
You can stop anytime you want.
Okay.
You know Kayla Sadowski?
That's my ex-girlfriend. Me and her have had past for years. And
tell me about her.
I miss that girl, but she was a handful. She's like, me and her, we always argued all the time.
About what?
Just anything. Like, she'd get jealous if I'm talking to somebody. Like, if I'm talking to a cousin that's a female, she would think I'm cheating on her. And then she would threaten me, like, she was gonna kill me. She pulled a gun out on me and Brian.
Were you upset with her specifically?
Who's Brian?
Did you blame her for going to prison or anything like
Oh,
that?
I'm guessing Brian is the one that was behind his mom in the cult photo. Cult photo. Whoa. Accent. Cult photo.
She lied because I was messing with her.
Hold on. Let me go back a little.
She would think I'm cheating on her. And then she would threaten me, like she was gonna kill me. She pulled a gun out on me and Brian
Were you upset with her specifically about, say, did you blame her for going to prison or anything like that?
No, because you want to know the funny thing about that? She put me in prison for a year. Said that I choked her, that I slammed her against the wall. She lied because I was messing with her sister at the time.
So you were not involved in the planning and execution of Kayla's death?
No, I was not.
Was Bryn involved?
He was with me at the time, and the only time he wasn't with me, no, Bryn came down there, so, yeah, because he drove with us.
And when you say he was with me at the time, at what time?
When we were going on our honeymoons, and when we went to South Carolina.
Okay, so what does that have to do with when she was killed?
I'm not sure.
Well, you brought it up, so I'm just curious. You said that he was with me at the time. What do you mean?
Oh, like when I was going down to South Carolina and Florida.
Right, what does that have to do with Kayla's death?
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
In an attempt to deflect blame from Bryn, Stephen just revealed he was with him at the time of Kayla's murder. But there's a problem. Kayla's time of death was never made public. And just like Kaylin, Stephen has unknowingly implicated himself. In Stephen's mind, Kaylin is the one who pulled the trigger, which makes him innocent. But detectives see it very differently. They view Stephen the way prosecutors often view notorious cult leaders like Charles Manson. The person who pulls the trigger isn't always the most responsible. Under the law, the person who plans a killing can be just as, if not more culpable than the one who carries it out. Seeing that Stephen refuses to tell the truth, Detective Peterson decides to push harder and reveal damning evidence Stephen can't talk his way out of. But this strategy is about to backfire.
Oof.
Alright, so have you ever been to the old Boysville facility?
One time.
When was that?
That was many, many, many years ago when it was open.
Remember when we started talking, right?
Yeah.
I told you, I know everything about you, Steve. I know everything about, I know more about your wife and your Bryn and yourself probably than you do. So, and I'm going to ask you straight up, is there any reason, or I should say, would it surprise you to know that we have a Facebook conversation between you and Bryn at Boysville that night?
No, you don't.
I can guarantee we do.
Well, this is where I need my lawyer then.
Okay. Sounds good,
because I know that's a lie.
Oh, it's a guarantee. You'll see that. It's not a lie. The only thing that's been a lie is what you've been telling me since we sat down. Understand we've talked to...
So everything I just said was a lie?
Yes.
Okay. I need a lawyer then.
Okay. That's fine.
Because I just told you everything by play, what happened.
Okay. Just know this. The fellowship you have is broken up. Everyone's talking, including your wife. We know everything. And I mean everything. So, it's up to you if you want to talk. You said you want to talk to your lawyer.
So why does...
But
okay.
This will not help.
I want to know, I know we only have like 4 minutes left until this video is done. But why did he ever kill Kayla? I know, because I know I watched the whole thing, obviously. I was here. But he just said, oh, she has to go. She has to go. What did she ever do? Was it because of jealousy? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
If you guys know, then you guys can tell me, but I'm not sure myself.
The moment detectives
maybe they'll
confront
tell us
Stephen
why.
with evidence placing him at the crime scene, he's caught off guard and completely shuts down. And now, even without Stephen's confession, investigators are able to piece together what happened to Kayla that night. Stephen orchestrated the attack, recruited the others to carry it out, and later returned to conceal her body before fleeing the state. Kaylin was the attacker. She participated in the assault and ultimately fired the shot that killed Kayla. Bryn was the lure. Posing as her boyfriend for weeks, he gained Kayla's trust and convinced her to meet him, ultimately driving her directly to her death.
Bring her with you too, but don't let her know that you are.
I'm sleeping in a tent underneath the bridge, by myself.
Send me location. I got Kayla. She's in my hands now. She fell right in my trap.
LOL.
Dude, I can't find the gym.
I hear you. You're getting closer.
Clear.
Sierra acted as part of the ambush team waiting for Kayla, serving as lookout as the murder unfolded. Narina never went to Boysville that night. Instead, she stayed at the apartment monitoring a police scanner, ready to warn the group if law enforcement was approaching. And
Damn.
Alex supplied the firearm, later retrieving it and helping conceal the evidence afterwards. In the end, none of the Reapers would escape accountability. Alex pleads guilty to tampering with evidence and accessory charges, receiving a sentence of 5 to 10 years in prison.
5 to 10.
Narina receives 13.5 to 30 years, while Sierra is sentenced to 18.5 to 30 years after both pled no contest to second-degree murder. Bryn and Kaylin each plead no contest to second-degree murder and are sentenced to 40 to 60 years in
40
prison.
to 60.
And Stephen Bales is convicted of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder, receiving life without parole, along with a second life sentence with the possibility of parole.
Damn.
As for Kaylin's claims that she had murdered 16 people, detectives were unable to connect her to any other killings, leading them to believe the confession was fabricated under pressure by Stephen and Bryn.
Okay. First of all, they only found one, like, murder. She confessed to 15 other murders. Who were the other 15 murderers?
Even so, investigators are still looking, because there's no way of knowing whether Kayla was their first victim or simply the first one to be found. And while this case left Michigan shaken by a deadly cult no one knew existed, our next case takes us to a place where violence and gang activity lurk around every corner. These are the members of one of the most infamous gangs in Washington, and in just a few moments, these two seemingly innocent teenagers are about to become their targets. By the time police arrive at the scene, it's already too late. Determined to stop the bloodshed once and for all, investigators embark on a dangerous mission to infiltrate the gang, turn its members against each other, and ultimately destroy it from within.
Me, snitch, not gonna happen.
If you hear anything, you can be anonymous.
We need to be careful. Probably a bunch of SSLs around here.
We're up on you.
Salgan con sus manos arriba!
To watch this exclusive Dr. Insanity episode, along with 3 more episodes from our new
How police infuriate Washington's most dangerous gang. Okay, we're gonna have to watch that later. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was genuinely like really fun. I genuinely really liked it. I just think that is crazy. I have so many questions. One, why did they actually kill Kayla? Because they really didn't really specify why they killed her. All they really said was, oh, hey, she has to go. For what reason? Was it because, hey, she was involved, yada, yada, yada. Whatever. Second was, how many other people were killed? That's my question. How many other people were killed? It's just a bunch. But my next one I'm gonna clear out my whole watch list. I'm gonna make a watch list for YouTube. And hopefully it'll get like that. But oh my god, I really had so much fun. I hope you guys had so much fun too. Genuinely, it was really fun. I really liked it. I hope you guys had fun. This is gonna, I'm just, for my YouTube videos, I'm probably gonna make just random YouTube videos, just random things, like makeup tutorials, more videos like this, probably more Minecraft videos, whatever. But, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys really had fun. I had a bunch of fun. So, I'll just see you guys later. Goodbye.